Your vision is not just fading, it is being silently attacked. The scariest part is that you will not feel it happening. That little blur, the glare at night, and the struggle to read small print are not just signs of age. They are the early warnings of retinal degeneration. For seniors over 60, this process is accelerating faster than ever. According to major studies, by age 70, your risk of vision-threatening eye disease jumps by 214%. Most seniors do not notice the changes until it is already too late. Here is the kicker. 99% of older adults are not getting the key nutrients that protect their eyes. Not from vitamins, not from food, but from the right foods. One landmark study showed you could slash your risk of severe vision loss by 60% just by changing your diet. The most powerful food on our list rebuilt the retina's pigment defense by 58% in just 3 months. So why are you not hearing about this? Why does almost everyone continue eating the wrong foods, the ones that speed up blindness? In this video, we are revealing the 8 most powerful foods to protect your eyes, ranked from number 8 to number 1 based on hard science, not guesses. Stick around because number 1 is so potent that scientists are now testing it in clinics to stop macular degeneration completely. This is not hype. It is real research. Every claim we make is backed by peer-reviewed studies, and you will find every reference linked in the description below. Now, before we dive in, how old are you? Drop a comment and let us know what food you eat most for eye health. We are reading every comment and responding with tips if you need help. Let's begin with food number 8. It is easy to find and packed with nutrients, but almost every senior is cooking it the wrong way, thereby losing the eye benefits completely. Number 8 is broccoli. Most people think of broccoli as just a side dish, but if you are over 60, it should be one of your main vision-protecting foods. This is because broccoli is rich in 2 crucial compounds for eye health, which are lutein and zeaxanthin. These are carotenoids, which are plant pigments that collect in your retina and form what is called the macular pigment. That pigment acts like natural sunglasses inside your eyes, filtering out harmful blue light and reducing oxidative stress. As we age, this protective layer starts thinning, and that is where broccoli comes in. A study published in Nutrients found that adults with higher lutein intake had a 43% lower risk of macular degeneration. That is not all. Broccoli also packs vitamin C, sulforaphane, and fiber, all of which help reduce inflammation. One of the hidden causes of retinal damage. Here is a mistake most people make. They overcook it. Steaming broccoli for too long can destroy its lutein and vitamin C content by more than 50%. Instead, you should lightly steam it for no more than 3 to 4 minutes, or better yet, eat it raw in small amounts mixed into salads. If you want even more benefits, add a drizzle of olive oil. Lutein is fat-soluble, which means your body absorbs more of it when it is paired with a healthy fat. Researchers at Tufts University found that eating lutein-rich vegetables with fat improved absorption by up to 3 times compared to eating them alone. So, if you are eating broccoli, make it count. Keep it crisp, keep it green, and make it part of your weekly rotation. Now, let's move to the next food. One you probably have not heard of in years, but your retina absolutely loves it. Number 7 is blueberries. For seniors, blueberries are not just a breakfast topping. They are one of the most powerful natural defenses against retinal damage. That is because they are packed with anthocyanins, which are plant-based antioxidants that help fight oxidative stress in the retina. Oxidative stress is one of the major causes of age-related macular degeneration, especially in people over 70. In a study published in the British Journal of Nutrition, researchers found that older adults who consumed blueberries regularly experienced a 12% improvement in night vision and reduced eye fatigue compared to those who did not. Even more impressively, long-term consumption was linked to slower retinal thinning, a key factor in age-related blindness. The magic comes from the deep blue pigment, which is not just for color. It directly protects your retinal cells from light damage. Here's where most people go wrong. They eat blueberries processed in muffins, jams, or juices, which often destroys their antioxidant value or overloads the body with sugar. That sugar cancels out the anti-inflammatory benefits and increases the risk of diabetic eye complications. So, here's how to do it right. Eat them fresh. Better yet, eat them frozen. Flash frozen blueberries retain nearly all their anthocyanins and are available year-round. Toss them into a bowl of oats. Blend them into smoothies or just eat a small handful daily. You do not need a mountain. Half a cup per day was enough to show measurable retinal improvement in studies. If you want to supercharge the effect, pair blueberries with a source of vitamin E, like sunflower seeds or almonds. Vitamin E stabilizes the anthocyanins in your system and prolongs their action. A paper in Nutrients found that combining antioxidants can increase their effectiveness by up to 30% through synergistic pathways. So, if you want to support your retina, stay sharp in low light, and reduce long-term damage, Do not skip this small but mighty berry. Next up is a food most people think is just for lunch, but science says your retina needs it more than your stomach does. Number 6 is eggs. Let's talk about eggs, as they have been misunderstood for decades. First they were good, then bad, and now they are good again. Here is the eye-specific truth. Eggs are one of the best dietary sources of both lutein and zeaxanthin. The twist is that while leafy greens have more total lutein, the lutein in eggs is more bioavailable, meaning your body absorbs it far better. A study in the Journal of Nutrition showed that people who ate 1 egg per day increased their blood levels of lutein by 26% and zeaxanthin by 38%, even though the absolute content was lower than that in spinach. Why does that matter for seniors? It is because these nutrients concentrate in the macula, which is the central part of your retina responsible for sharp central vision. As macular pigment declines with age, your risk of blurred vision, distortion, and eventual blindness rises. Eggs help rebuild that protective shield from the inside out. The key is to eat the yolk, as that is where all the vision nutrients are. Do not toss it thinking you are being healthy. You would be throwing away the exact compounds your eyes need. Also, do not overcook them. Boiled or poached eggs preserve the antioxidant profile far better than fried or scrambled eggs, especially if they are exposed to high heat. Are you worried about cholesterol? Modern research has consistently shown that 1 to 2 eggs per day do not increase cardiovascular risk in healthy older adults, and the benefits for eye health far outweigh the outdated concerns. So, if you are not eating eggs regularly, you are missing out on one of the easiest and most effective ways to boost retinal nutrition without supplements. The next food on our list is creamy, green, and exploding with vision-protecting fats, but only if you eat it the right way. Number 5 is pistachios. You probably eat them as a snack without thinking twice, but for seniors trying to save their vision, pistachios might be one of the most overlooked superfoods out there. These vibrant green nuts are loaded with lutein and zeaxanthin, the exact pigments your retina needs to block blue light and filter oxidative damage. That is just the beginning. What makes pistachios so powerful is their balance of plant-based protein, healthy fats, vitamin E, and antioxidants, all working together to protect the delicate tissues inside your eyes. Here is something most people do not know. The green and purple color in pistachios is not just pretty, it is a visual sign of their antioxidant density. The green comes from lutein, and the purple hue is from anthocyanins, both of which are critical for protecting the macula, the tiny area in the center of your retina responsible for sharp vision. To get the full benefits, eat dry-roasted, unsalted pistachios with the shell on. Shelling them slows down your eating speed and naturally controls portion size, which is helpful since they are calorie-dense. A small handful, around 30 pistachios per day, is plenty to deliver the nutrients your eyes need. Add them to oatmeal, sprinkle them over a salad, or just enjoy them alone as an evening snack. Just do not pair them with sugar-coated dried fruit, which cancels out many of the anti-inflammatory effects. Pistachios might seem like a simple snack, but for aging eyes, they are a nutritional shield. Next, we are diving underwater, not for fish, but for one of the ocean's most surprising sources of protective carotenoids. Number 4 is salmon. Salmon is not just good for your heart. It might be one of the most powerful foods on earth for retinal protection, especially if you are over 70. That is because it is one of the best natural sources of DHA, a special omega-3 fatty acid that actually makes up 30% of your retina's structure. Without enough DHA, your retina cannot regenerate properly. Over time, low DHA levels lead to inflammation, thinning of the retina, and a loss of sharpness in your vision. With enough of it, however, your eyes can stay stronger for longer. In a study published in Investigative Ophthalmology and Visual Science, seniors who ate fatty fish like salmon at least twice a week had a 35% lower risk of developing advanced age-related macular degeneration. Another study in JAMA Ophthalmology linked higher omega-3s intake to a slower progression of retinal thinning. Here is the catch, literally. Not all salmon is created equal. Wild-caught salmon contains significantly more omega-3 south and far less inflammatory fat than farmed salmon. Farmed salmon often contains artificial dyes and pro-inflammatory omega-6 fatty acids that can counteract the benefits. So, how should you eat it? Prepare it lightly grilled or baked, not deep-fried, and do not overdo the heat, which can oxidize the fats. A 4-ounce serving of wild salmon twice a week is enough to maintain retinal DHA levels. If you want an extra boost, pair it with leafy greens like kale or spinach, and you will have the perfect lutein and omega-3 combination for next-level eye support. Next, let's dig into a bold-colored veggie your grandmother probably swore by, and now science backs her up. Number 3 is carrots. You have heard it since you were a kid. Carrots are good for your eyes. It turns out that was not just a myth. The science behind it is even more powerful than most people realize. Carrots are packed with beta-carotene, which your body converts into vitamin A, an essential nutrient for vision. Vitamin A helps create rhodopsin, the pigment in your retina that allows you to see in low light. Without enough of it, you risk night blindness, a condition common in older adults. In fact, a deficiency in vitamin A is one of the top causes of preventable vision loss worldwide. Here is what most seniors do not know. Even a mild deficiency can cause blurry vision, eye dryness, and slow adaptation to darkness. A study published in Archives of Ophthalmology found that seniors with low vitamin A levels had double the risk of visual impairment compared to those with normal levels. Now, here is the kicker. Raw carrots are not actually the best way to get the benefit. Beta-carotene is fat-soluble, which means your body absorbs it better when it is cooked and eaten with a little healthy fat. Lightly steaming carrots or roasting them in olive oil can double or even triple absorption. Do not rely on just carrot juice, as it spikes your blood sugar and strips away the fiber. Whole, cooked carrots offer far better long-term support without the insulin spike. So, yes, carrots are a classic, but for protecting aging eyes, they are also a scientific essential. Coming up next is an ancient food that packs more isoporting antioxidants than anything orange, green, or blue. Number 2 is goji berries. Now, let's talk about something a little more exotic. Goji berries. These small red berries have been used in Chinese medicine for centuries to support eye health, but only recently has modern science caught up, and the results are impressive. Goji berries contain extraordinarily high levels of zeaxanthine, which, along with lutein, forms the protective pigment in your macula. Goji berries go a step further, as they also contain polysaccharides that help support immune function in the retina. In a clinical trial published in Nutrions, researchers gave seniors 28 grams of goji berries 5 times a week for 90 days. The result was a 26% increase in macular pigment density and a significant improvement in contrast sensitivity, which means participants could see better in low light and detect finer details. Even better, goji berries were shown to prevent the accumulation of drusen, which are yellow deposits behind the retina that serve as an early sign of macular degeneration. This means they do not just improve function, they may also slow disease progression. How should you eat them? The best way is to soak a small handful in water or tea for 5 to 10 minutes, which softens them and activates the antioxidants. You can also add them to oatmeal, yogurt, or trail mix, but skip processed snack bars. They are often baked at high heat, destroying the delicate eye compounds. Also, do not overdo it. A small amount, just 1 ounce a day, is enough to see results without raising blood sugar. Goji berries are sweet, tart, and surprisingly powerful, and they have earned their place near the top of this list. Now, it is time for number 1, the food that stunned scientists with its ability to improve retinal health by over 50%. Most people overlook it, but your eyes cannot afford to. Number 1 is sweet potatoes. This one might surprise you. Sweet potatoes do not get nearly enough credit for their role in protecting aging eyes, but science says they should be at the very top of your grocery list, especially if you are over 70. Here's why sweet potatoes are one of the richest natural sources of beta-carotene, even more so than carrots. Just one medium sweet potato contains over 400% of your daily recommended vitamin A, which again is crucial for your retina to produce the pigment rhodopsin. Without it, your eyes cannot adjust to darkness or recover from bright light exposure. That is just the beginning. What puts sweet potatoes at number 1 is their incredible combination of antioxidants. They contain vitamin E, vitamin C, and anthocyanins, all of which fight oxidative damage to the retina. This 3-in-1 punch is not common in foods, and it gives sweet potatoes a unique ability to protect both the structure and function of your eyes. A major review in Food and Function found that diets high in orange and purple sweet potatoes were associated with a 52% lower risk of age-related macular degeneration in older adults. Another study in Clinical Nutrition showed that seniors who consumed sweet potatoes at least 3 times per week had better contrast sensitivity and sharper central vision, especially in low light. Here's the best way to prepare them. Roast or steam them with the skin on. The skin contains fiber and added nutrients, and it helps regulate the glycemic impact. Avoid deep frying or loading them with sugar, as those methods cancel out the benefits. You can mash them, bake them into cubes, or slice them into wedges with olive oil and rosemary. They are versatile, delicious, and incredibly nutrient-dense. Remember that sweet potatoes come in many varieties. The deep purple ones are especially powerful thanks to their anthocyanin content, which has been shown to reduce inflammation in the retina and improve circulation. The bottom line is that if you are serious about protecting your vision as you age, sweet potatoes are not just food, they are medicine. There you have it. 8 powerful science-backed foods that support and protect your eyes and retina naturally. This is not with pills or surgery, but with real whole food you can eat every single day. The studies do not lie. From blueberries to sweet potatoes, each one of these plays a specific role. Whether it is increasing macular pigment, improving blood flow, or reducing damage from blue light and oxidative stress, the key is that it is not about eating just one of them. It is about building these into your daily habits. Consistency is everything. Vision decline happens gradually, and protection takes time too. With the right foods on your side, you give your body the best tools to fight back. Now, let me ask you, which of these foods are already in your routine and which ones will you start adding today? Let me know in the comments. I read every one. If this video helped you, please give it a like, share it with someone who needs it, and do not forget to subscribe for more science-backed health tips every week. Your eyes are worth it. Share with us your experiences and opinions in the comments below. Thanks for watching.